what your fantasy team probably looks like if you normally finish in second place. Look, you're probably really good at fantasy football, but there's some very specific reasons why you always finish in second place. The first is that you have a really balanced team after the draft. You take consistent players that won't hurt you. Players with high floor, very low ceiling. For the most part, you already know what to expect with your team. There's just not a whole lot of room for upside. The second reason you always finish in second place is because you have a very calculated team. You've done so many mock drafts that you know exactly what players you're going to take at every single round. You have the exact formula and exact reasoning for why certain players will hit and certain players will miss. You've calculated this thing to a point that you've overthought it. Third reason you always finish in second place, you draft players that are underrated in real football. Analytics can be an important part of fantasy football, but they aren't Bible. And just because a player does well analytically does not mean they're going to help your fantasy team. Because the only stat we care about is fantasy points. And the fourth way I know you always finish in second place, count your eggs before they hatch. That Sunday night football game, when you have a 30-point lead, you're like, over, I won. And then what ends up happening on Monday night? Some crazy shit happens and you end up losing. There's a mental component to fantasy football that they don't tell you. This year, I want to help you win your fantasy championship. Follow the page.